Welcome to the Saturday Cup of Joe podcast. This podcast is dedicated to EAS employees of the U.S. Postal Service and members of the National Association of Postal Supervisors. So, pour yourself a cup of coffee and join us for today's episode. And now, here's your host, Robert Wakefield.
Good morning, Branch 32, and good morning, NAPS family. It is great that you are listening to the Saturday Cup of Joe podcast. It's presented by the Nashville Post Office Credit Union. I couldn't be happier about that. I'm happy that you're listening. And I am Robert Wakefield, the president of Branch 32. Thank you very much. And we have another fabulous show lined up for just you and you alone. I have no idea what that means. Let's go ahead and pour that first cup. It's never too early to start a financial adventure. This summer, we're helping our youngest members reach for the stars with a special boost to their savings. Open a new youth savings account with us and watch how fast your money grows. As a bonus, we will add $25 to your child's youth savings account when it's opened and enter them into a drawing for a chance to win a new iPad. The Nashville Post Office Credit Union, people helping people since 1925. And for the first cup this morning, it's really exciting that I have a brand new guest on the show. And I'm excited about this guest because I just met her over the phone about 5 minutes ago. And she is in San Francisco, Branch 88, which is the host of the 70th National Convention. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Deborah Johnson. Deborah, how are you?
I'm great, Robert. How are you today?
I'm really good. Thanks so much for being on the Saturday Cup of Joe podcast. That's great. We're so glad to have you.
Great. You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
All right. So tell me something. We were talking before you and I started recording, and you've told me that you have been in NAPS since when?
1989.
Oh, my God. That is incredible. 1989. Now, were you in the San Francisco branch this whole time, or did you start somewhere else? You've been in the San Francisco branch since 1989.
Yes, and I'm a native San Franciscan, born and raised, and I've been in the San Francisco PNDC since I started my postal career.
That is
in
amazing.
1985.
That is absolutely amazing. And you're still working.
Still working and making a difference every day as a NAPS representative.
I love that. So now tell me something, because your branch is hosting the National Convention that we're going to be there in just a few short weeks. Tell me, what was the most exciting thing that your branch has had to do to get ready for this?
Meet with the headquarters team.
Oh, okay.
They came out to meet. And I tell you, this hotel, top notch.
Is it
if
really?
you want to come to San Francisco, come for a NAPS convention, because, baby, this hotel, the Marriott Marquis, is the top of the line hotel. It's made for conventions. That's what impressed me the most, because I had no reason to go to the Marriott Marquis.
Right.
You know, living here, but to be there for a convention, it's like you anywhere in the world, the best hotel you want to be in. It's made. I'm telling you,
that is
it's
so
made
good
for convention.
So you were impressed with the Marquis, and that's where we're going. We'll stay there for a week. What was the thing that stood out most to you about the Marquis?
The fact that it's made for conventions.
Oh, okay.
It's already set up for the registration process, the space that's available, everything. You go straight to it. You're not going to get lost. It's a straight shot you in one tower, you come down, you go down the escalator, and there you are. It opens up. You're in the convention. There, downstairs.
That is handy.
Yes.
I love that. That is so good.
Yes.
So you've got about 200 members in your branch. Was your branch receptive to being the host branch for the convention?
Well, Actually, Robert, we were voluntold. You know
I
what
thought that.
voluntold is?
I certainly do.
So we had no idea. We heard rumors of such, but we didn't know that it was for real until it was.
Exactly.
And so we knew, based on San Francisco being a very busy and highly populated with tourists, that we needed to get started. And that was the tough part for us, was the way we had to start. We didn't get information we needed right away. You know, it's not set up that way. They have to finish one project and come to the next one. So we did what we could and started making lists and brainstorming.
Right.
And then, so when we met with headquarters, we were able to provide information we had, and they shared information with us.
Oh, that's
so it's been great. The teamwork has been great, the collaboration.
So has it been difficult to plan because you were voluntold? Was that a shock to the system? I would think it would be.
Well, initially, yes, because you have to think, okay, what does it entail?
Mm-hmm.
What do we have to do? But they've worked with us, the headquarters team, the resident officers, as well as the coordinator. And then, of course, we just based on what we know from not from giving conventions, but hosting them, but from participating in state conventions and national, you kind of know what you're going to have to do. You know, and so it was a little rocky at first because people don't respond right away, not internally, but externally, you know, to getting the golf course together, getting the trips, everything. So it's now we've made progress, and so we're feeling good about it. Even to get the entertainment, it's like, come on, answer the reply to the email.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And but they did respond eventually, so we're glad about that.
That's good. So, okay, this is my first time that I've ever been to San Francisco. Tell me what the weather is like, how I should dress when I come out there.
Okay, San Francisco in August.
Yes.
It's not going to be anything like Nashville.
No. No, we have great humidity.
Our weather changes. The weather is going to be unpredictable.
Okay.
So and one thing you definitely have to have is a jacket, a hoodie.
Okay.
For the nighttime, because regardless to what the weather is, after it gets later, once it gets dark, it's going to get colder. And you know, August, the darkness starts kind of creeping back.
Sure.
And it gets windy. Downtown, it's like a funnel. So the wind kind of comes through Market Street back to the water. You know, it's flowing back to the bay.
Right.
And the bay is back there, you know, where the piers are. So you want to be prepared for the wind that flows through between the two bridges, the Golden Gate Bridge and the Bay Bridge. And you're going to wear your comfortable shoes, not your cheap comfortable shoes. But you want a good pair of walking shoes, because we're going to be downtown, and you can just walk out the hotel and it's a Ross right at the corner if you need something that you forgot. Then there's a Union Square a couple of blocks away. The pier, you can really walk to it, but you don't have to. It's not so far that you think, oh, I can't walk there, but you can. Everything is close.
Okay.
The Oracle Park, where the San Francisco Giants play, and there will be games. If you want to go to a Giants game, we will be have at-home games that week.
Cool.
So we have 3 days isolated for the discount. It's one game against Houston, one against the Tigers. I think that's Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston and somebody else who I can't think of right now. It might come to me. But all you have to do, look in your June Postal Supervisor. If you don't have it yet, go on the NAP's website and pull it down under members, go to Postal Supervisor, and select the June, and go ahead and take advantage of all that new information about the national convention, and you can go in and get that 30% discount for the Giants tickets and be able to go to the Oracle Stadium.
And you said that's within walking distance of the hotel?
It is, but you can, take an Uber or a streetcar. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let me ask you this, because I have not, it's just June. It's just the first part of June when we're recording this. So I don't have my June magazine yet. Are the excursions in there? Have those been finalized?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about those.
There's excursions available. There's whale watching. There's the red and white fleet where you can take a bay cruise. You could take it at night or day, and it takes you around the bay, under the bridges, and to see the view, the cityscape of the city, and have some, hors d'oeuvres or have a meal, whichever selection you choose.
Right.
There's also Napa winery tours that are available. There's the big bus you get on and take tours of the city, which is pretty popular in most cities. And and beyond that, there's even more. There's only 6 that are highlighted in the Postal Supervisor.
Well, that is so good, and that sounds like it's going to be.
And Alcatraz, don't forget Alcatraz.
Yeah, you can't forget that. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can't forget that.
That is so true. Well, I have one more question for you that I wanted to ask you, Deborah. Well, 2 more questions actually. The first question is, how excited is your branch that the whole country is coming to San Francisco?
Oh, we are excited. So excited that we want to remind you that on the welcome night that it will be, you're in as far west as you can get. And so come in your Western wear, bring your cowboy boots, your cowboy hat, and think like an original settler.
Okay. That's good. That's good. And what I've been asking all the candidates that I've been interviewing, because this is called the Saturday Cup of Joe, I've been asking them, do they drink their coffee black or do they drink it with cream and sugar? How do you drink your coffee?
I quit drinking coffee 3.5 years ago.
Well, congratulations.
But I do enjoy, in the morning, a good cup of hot Earl Grey tea if I need black tea.
Love
if I need
that.
A little kick.
Love that. Oh, that is great. Well, Deborah, we are excited about coming out to San Francisco. I can't wait to meet you face to face.
Oh, I can't wait to, Robert Wakefield, you are doing a wonderful job. I love this podcast. I've been listening to it, tips on the elm, tips on how to do things better and how to react. So many different topics that you're sharing, and thank you for that. And we welcome you to San Francisco. Those of you that are going to come to the convention, come on.
All right.
You won't regret it. You're going to have a wonderful time.
That sounds great. That's Deborah Johnson. She is with Branch 88. Deborah, thank you so much for being on the Saturday Cup of Joe podcast. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day.
You too. This summer, cool off with a little something sweet from your friends at the Nashville Post Office Credit Union. From June through August, just stop by the credit union and enjoy free ice cream. Oh my goodness, if Brian Wagner lived in Tennessee. It's our way of saying thank you for being a part of our postal family. And while you're here, let us help you make your money work a little easier with honest service, great rates, and people who know you by name. The Nashville Post Office Credit Union. People helping people since 1925. And for the second cup today, I wanted to talk about more of the June obscure holidays in the next few minutes, because there are some doozies, like today, June the 20th. Did you know today is National Hollerin' Contest Day? National Hollerin', it's not hollering, it's hollerin' Contest Day. It's the day that you can yell and scream whatever you want to about. And here's the crazy thing about it. If you want to go and participate in National Hollerin' Contest Day, you go to Spivey's Corner, North Carolina. Now, Spivey's Corner, North Carolina has a population of about 50 people, But on National Hollering Contest Day, there's an estimated 5,000 to 10,000 people who come to enjoy the national contest. Can you imagine winning this? That trophy right there belongs to me when I won the National Hollering Contest back in 1997. I mean, who? I saw that and I just had to comment on it. That's so hilarious. National Hollering Contest Day is today. Other holidays, tomorrow is actually Father's Day, so be sure to wish your dad a happy Father's Day, and that's on the 21st. The 22nd is National Onion Ring Day, a day I could really sink my teeth into, if you'll pardon the pun. The 23rd is Let It Go Day. I have no idea what that is. There's something about that, I'm sure. Then there's also on the 24th, the celebration of the Census Day, followed by on the 25th, Global Belly Button Day. I'm not looking that up. You'll have to do that on your own. So there you go. There's some obscure holidays for this week in the month of June 2026. I want to thank Deborah Johnson for being on the program today. She's in Branch 88, has been in Branch 88 since 1985, I think is what she said. Unbelievable. That is so good. And we appreciate her insight on the national convention that's coming up in August. So if you have not signed up for that, you still have a little time to get signed up, but it's running out. So don't let that deadline sneak up on you. All right, so that's going to do it for today's Saturday Cup of Joe podcast presented by the Nashville Post Office Credit Union. Thanks so much for listening, and remember, you've got to listen, you've got to share, you've got to like. We're on YouTube now. We have a YouTube channel. Go check it out there. Let this podcast become one of the biggest podcasts that Branch 32 has. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for listening. And remember, every great weekend starts with a great cup of Joe. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Saturday Cup of Joe podcast. Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of Robert Wakefield and do not necessarily reflect the views of the National Association of Postal Supervisors. We welcome your questions and comments, so send those to SaturdayCupOfJoe@gmail.com.